Hey guys, you want to see my new work light?
Oh no, I can't get it off.
Oh, there you go. Anyway, let me pull up my chair here so we can yammer, slammer, about the slammer. Yeah, last night I had a few too many beers while I was hanging about the house, you know. And I went to take a nap and I didn't wake up till 2 a.m.
Your clock is wrong.
My what?
Your clock.
My clock is wrong. Yeah, my clock's always wrong.
I noticed.
What clock? Oh, a clock in front of me? And let me fix that.
Camera. I'm just saying it's off by about 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Of frivolity.
It's off by 2 hours. You talk about 20
2
minutes.
hours. Well, that's almost my time.
There we go.
Now let me get fix the second, the minutes. What time is it?
Should be 12:06.
There we go.
There we go. Now we are correct in our timing.
Shit, I put a brand new battery in that stupid fucker the other day.
We must have the correct time for our fans to know what time we said these historic statements.
Wait a minute, my clock says 12:02. What the hell's going on in the world? You don't even know what time it is. Does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care?
Tomorrow, well, on Sunday, your beloved Cavaliers start against Boston.
My what? You know I don't care about that shit.
I don't care about that shit.
You love them Cavaliers.
I do not love those Cavaliers. I do not love them. I do not love them. Who are they playing? Boston? Oh, Boston will kick their ass. Yeah, Boston will kick their ass.
Boston was the 7th ranked team in the East.
Well, of course.
Tribe was second. Cleveland was second.
They were second. They were second. Who the hell was number one?
I don't know. I think Atlanta.
You said Atlanta, right? You told me Atlanta one time before. I remember.
Oh, yeah, it's gone.
Remember. I'll tell you. What happened the other night that your Skype was screwed up or something? I couldn't tell what's going on.
I just said I couldn't Skype that night. What was it, Thursday night?
Yeah.
And we went to see SB's relative there to get some more food.
Wait a minute. You can't do that. You can't just abandon the show like that.
But they abandoned me.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, I guess technically I abandoned us last night, but I didn't do it on purpose, you know. I just took a nap and I just napped too long.
I know millions of people missed us, but what can we do? We're quite important, you know?
Yes, we're legends in our own minds. Well, we're back again. Back again for another show.
Back again for more insanity.
More insanity in the vanity. Yes, we're vain, so we get the pain. Because we are insane in the membrane.
Latest news you haven't reported on?
What was that? Huh?
Any hot news?
Hot news? It was a beautiful day here today. I got a lot of work done. I was out there in the yard, you know, getting this and that and next. I just took a nap before I got up here, and I'm still, you know, in a daze, I guess. I'm a daisy chain.
Eric show up?
Of course not. I don't expect them to ever show up again. People are just, you know, when they show up, they show up. If they don't show up, they don't show up. I don't give a crap anymore. I don't care anymore. Yeah. I did, you know, message with my lovely Maggie, though.
Maggie?
Yes, Maggie's doing fine, you know. No news over there either, other than Samia peed and pooped in the bed again.
I know.
Samia is the name of the dog they got. A little Shih Tzu. It's Shih Tzu, yeah. It's Shih Tzu all over the place. The damn big Shih Tzu is all over the place. Hey, Samia, stop that! Can you believe they came up with the name Samia, S-A-M-I-A? Get the same letters as our glorious sister Samia. Samia and Saima. Well, what's going to happen when those two meet, you know? Samia and Saima. That's even confusing from here. Well, I don't know if they'll ever let the dog out of the Philippines, you know, so I don't think that'll ever happen, but you never know. You never know. It's another show with the pole.
I made a phone call today to this band.
Just
They had
one?
an ad up at the Guitar Center, a band. They had an ad at the Guitar Center.
A band that has an ad at the Guitar Center.
Just looking for a bass player. So I called it the other day, and they finally called me back today.
Yeah,
The guy
cool.
says, well, I have two bands I'm putting together. One is for a Grand Funk Railroad tribute.
A what? A what?
Grand Funk tribute band.
A Grand Funk tribute band?
I knew that I would be quite interested in that, but
No. Well, it's a gig, you know. What's the problem? So,
well,
what was the other band he's trying to form?
more of a variety type music group.
Variety.
He's a drummer.
Oh, they need a drummer for that group?
No, he is the drummer. They're
Oh.
looking for a bass player.
Yeah, say if you're looking for a drummer, I can drum. You know, I can kind of drum. I
He's
drum
a
these.
drummer. He's trying to get into the casinos to play at all the local casinos, which there's only two, but I don't think they don't have much chance to get in there. There's only I have music twice a week in Sunland Park, and then the other one I don't know. They don't have it that often anymore at the Swinging Rock.
Yeah, and usually they get out of town groups. Last time I was there, they got a group from Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, so it would have to be a pretty good band. You'd have to have some good connections to get into the Sunland
Yeah,
Park
well,
nowadays.
but, you know, you gotta find out who's running the show and hop in bed with them. I mean, well, you know, that's the way you get connected in the world, you know. that was the old Hollywood.
Like the Clintons.
Well, I don't think Hillary ever did that. Who would jump in bed with her? I mean, even Bill probably went, ew. he only did it, you know, because he was looking for somebody to back him up, you know. He didn't really care about her. Well, look at his record, for Christ's sake. How many women did he boink? I mean, come on. He's a boink master. He's the boink master, is what he was.
The boink master.
And I don't believe it for a minute that, you know, he claims, you know, with his heart surgery, you know, he's not playing around anymore. I don't buy that for 1 second. Not 1 second, Bill. Hey, is Hillary Dillery Doc in the race?
But of course.
But of course. Oh, can you imagine if she wins and Bill becomes the first man?
First man. the first cheating husband.
Oh, he'll get the. Can you imagine the scene? You know, Hillary's in the Oval Office, and Bill walks in and goes, "Yeah, I remember that sitting there. Where's Monica? Did you hire her? Where's Monica? I want a BJ. Come on, Monica. Where are you? Under the desk? I know you're in there somewhere." Oh, yeah, she'd make a great president. Oh, why don't you answer the phone? Answer the phone. Who cares? We'll have a guest speaker. We'll have a guest on the show. Oh, maybe that wasn't it. It's only one ring. One ringy-dingy-dingy. Her. Remember that? Lily Tomlin. Oh, one ringy-dingy-dingy. Two ringy-dingy-dingy. I can't imitate her voice. I can't think of that right now. How did she go? Do you remember? One ring-a-ding-a-ding, two ring-a-ding-a-ding.
Yeah, she used to do that.
One ring-a-ding.
That was a funny show, laughing.
There will never be another Lily Tomlin.
Never be another Lily Tomlin, no, never, ever, ever. And there'll never be another Rowan and Martin.
No.
Yes. Are they both gone, or is just Rowan gone? I know the guy that smoked was gone. The straight guy's gone, I knew that. The straight guy is now a stiff.
Dan Rowan was once the subject of wiretaps because he was going with the girlfriend of a guy in the mafia.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, she was in the mafia, or she was just dating a mafioso? You know, like Kennedy was dating, Marilyn Monroe while she was dating, who was that mafioso guy she was dating too?
It's the same guy, Sam Giancana.
Oh, really? Oh, Sammy gets around, huh? Sammy slammies them all.
Sammy
Whoops.
slammed them all. Slamming Sammy.
Well, he don't like to share the slamming. But, you go with somebody who, is playing around. I mean, what do you expect, huh?
Yes, he was after Phyllis McGuire of the McGuire sisters, and Dan Rowan was having an affair with her, and Giancana didn't like that.
Oh, poor baby. He didn't like that.
Yep.
So
Poor
did
baby,
he have?
Poor baby.
Did he have Danny cough just like he did Kennedy, huh? There are theories. There are theories that Giancana is who actually killed Kennedy, Yeah.
Yes, but they later killed Giancana. He was found shot and murdered in his home in Chicago.
Well, that happens to all those mafioso people. It's
Just
a matter of time.
He was done away with also.
It's just a matter of time before their opponent gets to them, like in The Godfather. They tried to kill him. But, he survived. Oh, no, he survived!
He survived.
He survived, yes.
Otherwise, they couldn't have made the movie.
You mean the 3 movies? Wasn't there three of them? Or are they up to number 16 yet? I don't know how many they made. Jesus.
16 episodes of Godfather.
Yes. That was an awesome series, though. You gotta admit. Yeah.
Yes, it was pretty good.
Yes. There'll never be another Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando. Never be another Marlon Brando.
Yeah, there will never be.
Did he do Rumble on the Docks or Blackboard Jungle? I can't remember which.
It was the wild one, motorcycle gang leader.
Yeah, he was wild, all right. Marlon did all kinds of parts of wild guys. Wild.
Guess who else was in his gang in the movie?
Tony Slade.
Lee Marvin.
Lee Marvelous Marvin. There'll never be another Lee Marvin. Ever, ever, ever. Or Elizabeth Taylor.
There's a big fight tonight. I believe there's a big fight in boxing tonight. Julio Cesar Chavez from Mexico Jr. is fighting, and a guy from El Paso is on the undercard. The brother of Jennifer Hahn is on the undercard. Amy Hahn.
Oh, really? So is he going to
Jennifer's fighting tonight for a shot at the world title here in El Paso. If she wins, she gets a world title shot.
Yeah, cool. Looks like that family is getting their, they know what they're getting. Well, that would be great.
There's a 48th degree black belt and 48th degree.
I thought they stopped at 9.
So she's probably fighting right about now in the El Paso County Coliseum, home of thousands of movie stars.
Why aren't you there, RP? You should be over there covering the fight. You got to watch that cat fight. That would be awesome to watch a cat fight. Especially with somebody that knows judo or jujitsu, or which one does she do? I forget which one.
Everything.
Taekwondo or Kondo do. Why Kondo? I don't know.
She knows condominium quite well.
But does she use? Does she demand her partner use condoms in the condominium? Condominium. Why do I keep diving into the gutter? No, I actually got slimed down to the sewer on that one. I'm a sewer dweller, you know.
Yeah, so
You know,
quite noticed.
did you know that the sewer is actually lower than the cellar? Well, it is. You know, it has to be. Otherwise, you know, that way gravity, that's the only way the shit can get down in there. You know, it needs a little gravitational pull.
You're making me sad.
I'm just stating the
Change
facts.
the subject.
Okay, well, change the subject, you little shithead.
Hey, don't make me come over there.
I can't believe my hands are getting cold. I can't believe my hands are getting cold. It was a beautiful day today in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood.
You're just a hood in the hood.
That's because I could. Well, so what's new on your end today, RB? What you been doing for the last few
I
days?
made that brilliant phone call about joining that
Oh.
what was it called?
So,
Grand Funk Railroad.
so did they, what's going to happen with that? Anything? No?
No, I don't think I will get
you-
involved myself.
You called, but then you decided, I don't want to do that. Eh?
Yeah, I don't
Yet,
think
yet
so.
you're looking for a job. Why wouldn't you give it a shot?
That's the only ad they had at the Guitar Center was for that group.
Well, why didn't you give it a shot? Don't you know Grand Funk? You punk?
Yeah.
Hey, punk.
Grand Funk.
Hey, punk. You want to make my day, punk?
Grand Funk. Grand Funk.
Grand Punk Railroad. Yeah, that would be an awesome railroad station to go to, huh? You'd get mugged there for sure. Mugged by the Grand Punk Railroad.
Oh, I don't think I'm interested. I don't have a good bass amplifier even, and I don't really have a good bass. I need to actually get a hold of both. But I thought if they had the equipment and they desperately needed somebody, maybe I could join occasionally.
But they didn't have the equipment? No.
I didn't ask. I don't know.
Oh, you just didn't want to do that genre, right? That's the
I
bottom
don't-
line.
that's it.
The bottom line, you didn't want to do their time. That's what.
Well,
That's the
actually, he talked about a variety type group also, and I said, well, maybe I'll call you back. I told him I was playing tomorrow, which we are at the Rio Norte on Sunday.
bottom. Oh, you are. That's awesome.
They had a flu scare there for a few days, and they canceled us from Friday to Sunday because several people had the flu, and I guess the state
flu?
health people had to come in.
Yeah,
Dad.
the flu? Really? It's April, man. It's after tax day. Nobody gets a flu after tax day.
So apparently they did that, or something was wrong.
Yeah. What's the temperature hanging around there these days?
Oh, about 70 today, 72.
Yeah, it was in the upper 50s, maybe 60s it hit today. I don't know. I wasn't
That's
really
quite
thinking.
long, quite long for you.
But you know, when the sun's out, it doesn't matter. You know, I got a new thermometer. I've been taking the temperature of everything, and it's amazing. I have this solar-powered shower bag that I put out. It's a bag.
Brand new bag.
It's a 5-gallon bag. You put 5 gallons of water in it, and you lay it out in the sun. And of course, it's black. And it's black on the outside, and yeah, it got up to 116 degrees today. That's warm enough to take a shower with. But it took all day to get there, you know. It took all day to get there, but it got there, you know. But that's the problem with water, you know. If you don't use it when it's hot, it cools down.
Well, I tried to call Sammy today, but she didn't return my call. I'm starting to wonder if Mommy gave me the right number.
She
but,
never
no.
calls. She never answers or calls back. And then she complains that you never call her. It's like
It sounds normal.
Sammy wants her cake and eat it too, you know.
Yes, I wanted her to praise me about the songs.
Oh, did she?
Yes, but I need more.
You need more praise about the song. Which songs did you put on her famous CD, other than the one we did at the studio?
I was making a CD for Ed because he doesn't have any of my stuff I gave him a tape years ago of some of my
What?
songs.
He doesn't
like
have
20
your
years
stuff?
or more ago.
Ed doesn't have your stuff. Come on. You
Well,
go-
why should I give it to him for free?
Because you're giving everybody it for free.
No,
You
no
give it away.
respect.
You-
make my list.
As the Red Hot Chili Peppers say, give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away now. Rock and roll! You give it away. You give it away our songs.
I'm giving him some of the songs I've done with
Well,
the
to
new
be honest
recorder
with
you purchased for me. And
To be honest with you,
some that
those,
I've done at other studios.
to be honest with you, those songs that we did at the studio, you can give those away for sure. I still think they sucked. I'm sorry. We just weren't prepared. You know, and Rocket was, who knows where the hell he was. He's in outer space, dude.
Well, that's what we needed, outer space music.
Yeah. Well, he didn't come through with us, you know. I thought he was just a mediocre drummer, to be honest with you. Mediocre.
Well, I thought Sammy complimented you about your vocal on that song because I sent it to her.
Oh, you mean a walking away from you?
Of course.
Walking away from you.
Oh,
I'm walking away from you. You bitch. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that song was dedicated to my ex-better half. She's never my better half. She was never even my half. You know, why do they call that your better half? You know, that's a bunch of bullshit. Yes, it's getting so deep in here, I gotta raise my pant legs, you know. That's an odd phrase.
Your better half turned out not to be so good.
My better half turned out to be a rotten egg.
Yeah, she was kind of rotten there on the edges.
Oh,
The edges.
She turned into a freaky person, I'll tell you. I don't know. She's got some serious problems, I'll tell you. You know, I didn't realize how bad it was till she was on the stand and I was trying to ask her some simple questions. She just goes on and on and on how it ruined her whole life.
Well, I watched a TV show tonight about this fella who married this lady, and not long after they were married, he took out $1 million insurance policy.
I heard that. That's
And
an
then
old.
he poisoned her,
Then he
slowly
poisoned
but
her.
surely,
Yeah.
with nicotine poisoning.
No, nicotine, huh? Did he make her smoke 10 packs a day or something?
Hell, he injected it and put it in her food.
Oh, so he didn't inject it.
He did both. He put it in her food, and then they think he injected her behind the ear the night she died.
Oh, how did he get behind her ear? Would he knock her out or something? Or knock her up?
Yes, he drugged her with sleeping pills, and then he injected her, they say.
Oh, what a way to murder somebody, you know, marry them, get insurance
Yes.
on their ass, and then kill them. Jesus. What kind of a guy is that? That's a sicko. I've ever heard of. This is a true story?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, they must have caught him, huh?
Oh, there was the worst story the other night. A guy burned his wife to death in a house fire,
Yeah.
and he said, I couldn't get her. He saved the children. They had 3 kids, but
Oh.
I couldn't get to my wife. She was in the bathroom. They had a
Yeah.
boarded-in window, and he couldn't break through the window.
Oh,
He burned her to death.
oh, Jesus. Well, that's been done before, too. I've heard
Yeah.
that story here in Cleveland, I think. Same scenario. You know, once one person does that shit, you know, somebody else says, hey, that's a great idea. I think I'll do that. That way you get the insurance on the wife and the house. You can buy a new house plus, you know, you're living on the easy street.
Crazy people. We have some crazy people around
Yeah,
here,
you
but
better-
not me. I am not crazy.
No, not compared to those people you're not. That's for damn sure. But you are a little off kilter.
You have a lovely neck.
You are a little off kilter.
You have a
though.
lovely neck.
And, oh, that was a Steve Reno. That was Louis Nye. I love to bite your neck. I love to bite your neck. But But that was Louis, right? I didn't remember if that was Louis or not. There'll never be another Louis Nye. Nye, I say, never a Nye. He was. He had the craziest eyebrows. Remember his eyebrows? They were nice and thick, you know. Of course, I'm trying to remember that guy that was that really had the eyebrows, the bushy eyebrows. I can't think of his name.
Walter Cronkite.
No. Winford or Walford or something like that.
Who?
Walford or Winford or something like that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He was an actor. He had quite bushy eyebrows. Oh yeah, Walter Cronkite. I forgot. He was Mr. Eyebrow Bush head.
Bushy Walter.
Didn't his his makeup person that gave him haircuts tell him, you want me to trim those bushes there?
I'm sure they must have once in a while.
Yeah, the guy's name was Winford or something like that.
Winford Scott?
Maybe that's his name, Kind of a short, chubby guy, and then he had big eyebrows. I remember that. They were quite bushy. Anyway, so much for that. So, anything else going on in your life?
Yes, I was writing some comical song titles.
Oh, what? Give us an example of one of them.
It's kind of hard to remember them. They kind of give quite
They come and go. Yeah, that's what a lot of guys do. They come and then they go.
I shuffled off the buffalo, but you broke me open in Hoboken.
I'd throw that one away. I'm surprised you remember that.
Well, I can't think of anything else right now.
That's the problem with those humorous song titles. They're here and they're there and they're everywhere.
Well, actually, I've written down many of them. I just don't know where they are right now, but I wrote down lots of them. Me and my old buddy Rocky Balboa, I wrote plenty down.
Yeah, I write all kinds of things down, and I can never find the stupid list.
Now, one of his comical titles was, You're Playing With My Heartstrings, But I Don't Like the Tune.
Now, that's a good one. I like that one. Let me give you a little bang on that one.
But Rocky wrote a couple of very good songs that should sell in millions. One of them was called The Candles. I don't know if I ever sent that one to you.
The stuff you sent me is like that list that I write stuff down. I don't know where the hell they are.
Another great
I got
one.
them somewhere.
Quite a bit live.
I have to find my.
Live. Quite often we had a good arrangement of it, but it was called "I Hear My Heart Break."
Yeah, I Hear My Heart Break.
Yes, very good ones. A couple of very good songs.
Yeah,
I must say myself.
I'm trying to think of how the hell that would go down. Do you hear your heart break?
But I hear my heart break, scattering its pieces all around. I hear my tears fall on your pillow, adding torment to the sound. I see our times together, baby, flash bright before my eyes. And as the pain descends around me, there won't be no long goodbyes.
Hey, that's pretty good.
That's called Hear My Heart Break.
Yeah, well.
I miss Rocky passed away,
He did.
He came to visit me in 2002 in the Cleveland area when I was up there visiting everybody. He was living then in West Virginia, but he died a few years ago.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yes, the VA, and I'm afraid he was a patient of the VA.
Hey, rest in peace, right? Rest in peace. Well, if you die...
That's song he wrote, The Candles, is really good.
If you die, you do rest in peace. I mean, nobody's bothering you, and you're in a cemetery, nobody bothers you. Except an occasional dog might be on your tombstone, or... Oh, they do. You ever seen a dog go through a cemetery? They usually let her, especially the nails, they let her loose on the tombstones.
Well, actually, there's a cemetery here in El Paso that they used to have.
You have a cemetery down there?
All night long. Can you imagine being a security guard in a graveyard all night long? by yourself. Yeah, I don't want to be here.
Yeah, that would be bad. I mean, could you imagine when the zombies rise up from the dead, you know, that, oh, the hell are they going to get to us? The security guard. That's pretty sad that you got to have
They
a...
would go there and vandalize the graves, the stupid apostles would go and vandalize graves and stuff.
Yeah.
So they hired security there at, all night long. Most of those guys didn't like being there.
I don't
They never
imagine.
asked me to do that. I would have
That
said,
would be-
I'm busy tonight. I can't work. Yeah.
That does sound like a creepy job, I must say. I would pass on that one, that's for damn sure. Ain't no way I'm going inside a cemetery in the middle of the night, you know.
And then they wanted me to work at the insane asylum one night, and I said, I can't do it.
Oh, that would be bad. They don't even have those anymore, do they? They let those people...
Asylum.
They-
I think Vincent Price was in there.
Remember the Vincent's laugh? I got that on our I got that on our... In case anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, just watch Michael Jackson's video. Which one was it? Thriller. Yes, Thriller. Vincent Price is on that song all the time. He's talking in the background, and then he laughs. No, he didn't go that way. Nobody could duplicate that laugh. It was a classic, but it's a sinister laugh. Well, you know, Michael was obviously loved it because he put it in that video, and that was a big hit for Mr. Jackson. Thriller, do 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 do. Boom, 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 boom. He's dancing with the zombies. Of course, he was a zombie in that one, if I recall. Himself, you know.
At that point in time, it was the
Michael.
largest selling CD or record in history.
Yes, I think it was the biggest selling album ever. I don't know if anybody's ever outdone that one. I mean, with a number one hits on it. Of course, I had my favorite song by Michael Jackson of all time on there, called Billie Jean. Billie Jean, it's my love. She's a girl. I can never remember the lyrics when I'm just, you know. I got to hear the song to remember them. I don't know why. But,
Who cares about the lyrics anyway?
that's true. You know, how many groups you can't understand the freaking lyrics anyway? I mean, remember that, Get a Job? Oh, when I get the paper, I read it through and through. Now, what do they say? Nobody knows what.
My girl never fails to say, if there is any work for me.
Oh, my God, you know that?
Of course.
I never knew that, but I didn't care, you know. I just go mumble. I said, go back to the house, hit that woman's mouth, bitching and a crying, telling everybody about a job when I never could find. That's one of my, I love that song. I love that song. We must redo that song.
All right, voice it.
Yeah, see now that song I can do because those lyrics are easy. Yip, 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 yip. No, who can forget yip, 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 boom? I mean, that's.
Guy was stuttering.
Could you imagine when he brought that up at the the song rehearsal? Hey, I know how we do it. Go boom. They go, yeah, that's the way we ought to have it. Ja la la la, ja la 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 la, ba doom. Ja la la la, ja la 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 la, ba doom, ja la la la, ja la 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 la. Ba doom, ja la la la, ja la 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 la. I boom 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 boom. Get a job. Get a job. Why don't you get a job, dude? You could have had a job and you decided.
You're forgetting Blue Moon.
Blue moon, blue, 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 hippity blue, 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 blue moon, hippity blue, 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 blue moon, hippity bop, 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 dang, 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 ding dong, blue. Thank you very much. Oh, you're forgetting. Ba, 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 bam, bam, wah, wah, wah. Ba, your favorite song of all time. I am only 5 years old and my baby's 3. Ba. Those are great songs. That was Jan and Dean, right? Jan and Dean.
I wonder,
Who wrote the book of love? A lot of great songs. A lot of great songs. But none of them will be greater than the Vitabeat when we come out with it. The people will be awesome to buy the Vitabeat. Yes, they will. Oh, yes, they will.
You'll be buying many Vitas.
Yes, they'll be buying Vitas up the wazoo. You know, Finland will run out of trees. They'll be selling so many Vitas. Yes, they make Vitas out of birch trees. I mean, birch trees. Well, actually, it's a bitch because they use it as a switch.
Now they'll have to cut down the trees in the Soviet Union and just keep up supply. Putin will be better naked.
Hey, can you imagine Vladimir? Can you imagine Vladimir in the sauna and then he runs out and jumps in the lake battle naked? I mean, come on, Vladimir. Well, actually, he's half naked half the time. You know, he has those pictures taken of him.
He'd be attacked by sharks, but they wouldn't
You know,
give a lot of
actually,
professional courtesy.
Actually, old Putin has a pretty good body, you know. Yes, he's probably the only leader in history that had a picture of him taken riding a horse, half naked. The horse was totally naked, but he was half naked. Yeah. Oh, hey, guess what? I saw on, I don't remember where, but it was on the internet somewhere. Somebody was distributing a picture of the Chancellor of Germany when she was young, but naked. Full frontal shot. Yes, they were skinny dipping. She was skinny dipping with her friend, and they took a full frontal shot of them. Yes, it was awesome. Yeah. It would have made Hitler proud. Heil Hitler!
I'm quite excited about that.
What's her name? I can't even remember her name.
Yeah.
The woman that's head of Germany right now. Anyway, it's quite an awesome picture, I must say. You know, I have it saved, tucked away for a rainy day. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's going to rain tonight over there.
How many songs have been written about the rain? You know, when the rain comes, or when the rain comes, so do I. When the rain comes, so do I.
Rain.
Yeah, I love to go out in the rain, you know. It's a lot of fun. I do that only when it's warm outside, you know. I don't like to get out in the cold rain, you know.
But we don't get enough rain here out in the desert.
I know, you live in a dry, arid place, El Paso.
Yes.
And even the Rio Grande.
Body dry.
Even the Rio Grande isn't so grande then. It gets dried up like a prune.
Rio Puny.
Rio Grande dries up. Makes it much easier to cross the border.
What's on the agenda for mañana?
Now, when you say mañana, do you mean Monday?
Yeah, I mean Sunday. Domingo in Spanish is Domingo.
That's today for me. I'm in Sunday. You're on Saturday. You know, let's get this straight already, huh?
You're on Saturday.
Saturday. No, it's early Sunday morning. It's 12:41 or whatever
Well, what's on
time
the
it is.
agenda for Sunday?
I have no agenda. I'll probably continue fixing up the yard and, whatever I do, I don't even worry about it anymore. I just, whatever my mind decides to do, I do it.
Here.
Making drinking water. Hey, speaking of drinking water, did I tell you about that device I found at Walmart?
Yes. Yes, quite a bit.
Sawyer, S-A-W-Y-E-R. Check it out, people. It's Sawyer.com.
Tom Sawyer.
Yes. With one little filter of theirs, you can drink 1 million gallons of water. They filter out all the bad stuff out of the water.
You mean at one time?
Yes. Boy, you'd be floating down the Rio. Then you'd be the Rio Grande, that's for sure. 1 million gallons.
I'm very thirsty.
Yes. As a matter of fact, you could hook the filter up to your urinal tract and just keep drinking. Drinking your water over and over and over again. That's called true recycling,
True recycling.
Yes, when you drink your own pee because you're so thirsty, It's people have been known to do that. They're so thirsty, they drink their own urine. They don't urine for it, but who would urine for their own urine?
Come to that, I guess you have to do what you have to do.
You got to do, that's right. When people are desperate, they do desperate things. I think that's how the cannibals started out. Somebody was desperate for a meaty snack, and they saw their partner go, "Hey, I can make a burger out of it." So they coughed them. See, that's not killing somebody for insurance money. That's killing them for food. Whoa.
Insurance money.
I don't think the cannibals know anything about life insurance. All they know is, about life-sustaining stuff like food and water. Food and water. They didn't think about eating the plant next door. I mean, they're in a jungle. I mean, there's a ton of things they could eat. Tons of stuff they could eat.
Well, strange people. I didn't know the guy that
People
buried
are
his wife in the house,
strange.
then later crushed his own son. He said a truck fell on his son and crushed him to death, but he had been in the garage just before it happened, the same guy. And he collected insurance on his own son. He let a jack slip on the guy and crushed him.
Oh, Jesus. By the way, do you remember the story about our Uncle Ernie? He was fixing his Electra 225 and accidentally kicked the jack out himself.
Yeah, yes,
And the car fell on him, and he picked it up and got out. Do you remember that?
Yes, I kind of do now.
I was like, how the hell could a guy do that after being crushed by your car? Electra 225 was a big-ass car back in the day. You can imagine how strong that man is? Oh, he's a big dude. How tall is he? 6'6", something like that? 6'7", I don't know. He was a tall dude. Big dude. Big! You wouldn't want to mess with him in a fight, that's for sure. He was a gentle giant, but I'll tell you what, he'd crush you if you tried to screw with him.
Why, he was in such a good mood most of the time.
Yes. Of course, the one that was mangled my hand every time I shook his hand was our Uncle Andy. He had bear paws for hands. He'd always squeeze my hand a little extra tight, And when I was crying on my knees, I said, "Please, Andy, spare me, please."
Nothing can they say, I'm just a little feller.
Yes, I'm just a little guy. He just chuckled. He enjoyed that thoroughly. But he made me strong too, I have a good grip. I can crush people's hands now like a can, It's like a beer can.
I remember our beloved Uncle Bill, he'd always used to say, "Oh, good night." Remember? Bill would always say that.
What?
Good night.
Good night. Well,
Instead
everybody
of
says.
good gracious or good Lord, he always said, good night.
Oh, good night, yeah. Well, maybe he was tired. He wanted to go to bed. I don't know.
Maybe. That's the middle of the day.
Hey, by the way, here's a shout out to our Aunt Eloise in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Here's a shout out to you, Aunt Eloise. We love you. We're gonna come. We are going to come and visit you soon, soon, soon. Blue moon, blue moon, yippee deepee deep. Well, RP, we're way over time again.
Well, that's cutting me.
Shall we continue?
Shall we have some words of wisdom?
Words of wisdom. Yes, okay. You brought it up.
Oh, we're supposed to be doing our nightly features.
Well, I didn't get any say in these features. I'm objecting to this words of wisdom shit. People don't want to hear that crap. They don't want to hear words of wisdom. They go, oh, stop it already. You stupid words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom.
How about words of stupidity? How's that?
Well, that's about what we're doing.
How about the idiots in charge? The idiots in charge. We'll call it idiots in charge. Words of stupidity. They do it all the time. I mean, wait till you hear Hillary fork out the stupid comments. They all do it, They used to mock Reagan and Bush over their stupid remarks. Have you ever heard Obama's zingers? Oh my God, guy sounds like a frickin' moron. And so does Hillary, and so did Bill. They all sound like idiots because those people they lie so much they don't even know what a lie is anymore or the truth. They have no concept of either one anymore. Anyway,
here's some words of wisdom for the evening.
No, we're switching it to words of stupidity. Okay.
Yeah. Well, the scales of justice are. Don't ever get on the scales of justice because you'll be too heavy.
You'll weigh them down. That's what you'll do. Not in your favor either, I might say. Hey, by the way, on a scale of wisdom or justice, which way do you have to go to win? Up or down?
Yes, really.
Do you ever think about that?
They never explained that to me.
That's one of those. That's one of those mysteries of life, which is like what's the meaning of life? Well, what is the balance? Which way do I want the balance to go, up or down? I don't know.
Well, they never told me when I went to prison.
Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to lose weight, you don't want it to go up, that's for sure. You want it to go down. No, wait a minute, you want it to go up? No, I don't know. Yes, I like words of stupidity much better. They're much easier to come up with.
Let me hear some words of stupidity. I think you said more than a few.
Yes, oh, geez. Here's the words of stupidity. Don't come up with this stupid thing called words of stupidity or words of wisdom. How's that? It's just dumb, dumb. Hey, remember that? Dumb, dumb. Dum da dum dum dum. I used to love that. Dum da dum dum. Dum da dum dum dum. Joe Friday and his sidekick.
Well, shall we sign off for the evening? We've done about 45 minutes or more.
What was Joe Friday's sidekick? I can never remember his name.
Who?
Joe Friday's sidekick.
Oh.
Friday. Hey, Friday.
Yeah, what was his name?
I have no idea.
Frank. I don't know his name, Frank.
Yeah, but that's not. Well, it doesn't matter. That's something. Hey, people, how about you Google that one for us and get back to us? Make a comment, please. We need comments. We need likes. We need people to watch us. For Christ's sake. There they are again. All right, I think we better wrap this one up before we go absolutely ape in it. Oh, too late.
Well, I must watch boxing this evening. I think there's some pugilistic fights on tonight.
Hey, I would like to go see that cat fight. That would have been fun, man.
They'll show it on TV here sometimes.
I don't watch TV, so I wouldn't miss that one anyway. I've never seen women fighting on TV anyway. Why not? That's my question. Why not?
octagon fighting.
Why not?
Octagon, where they go inside the octagon.
Oh yeah,
That's ladies fighting on TV today.
Cage fighting or something like that. You know. No rules, no nothing. They just go in there and
One of
kick
them
each
beat the
other's
living
ass.
tar out of the other one.
Oh,
The ref
yeah,
never
that's-
stopped the fight.
Well, they're not supposed to stop the fight. They're supposed to wait till the one kills the other, aren't they? Oh, Lord. Anyway, all right, it's time to wrap this one up. Before the people, there's probably nobody watching now anyway, so it doesn't matter.
They love watching.
Well, we hope so. Well, anyway, thank you for joining us on the RP and Mr. G show. And thank you for watching, and we shall see you again, God willing, tomorrow evening at the same time, same station, same YouTube channel. Tune us in, and we shall tune us in, and we'll be out of tune for you.
We'll be out of tuna.
We'll be out of tuna, that's right. Okay. Well, thank you for watching, and arrivederci.
Arrivederci.